mostly on AWS.
Tig, come here, bub. Oh. Come here. Sorry.
Oops, that's the wrong show. I got to edit this.
Oh my God. That's it. You're fired. That's it.
It's not even
backyard.
Yes.
Very nice. Oh, look at the bird feeders, but there's no deer. I'm puzzled.
Yeah.
There's no deer trying to eat all the bird seed. Did you hunt them down and kill them and eat them?
Back.
Yummy venison.
She has not been back.
It is July 1st, 2021.
Yes. Yes, we're officially 6 months into the Biden presidency.
And I was already that guy.
You wrote 2020 on a check.
No, I was already that guy. Somebody on a work call said something about, have a happy July 4th. And I was like, you mean Independence Day?
Oh, boy. Yeah, you're that guy.
Well, okay.
Are we recording?
Yes, we are.
Oh.
So on Christmas Day, do you say happy December 25th?
You have a point.
On Easter Sunday, do you say happy April, whatever the fuck day it is?
Sometimes March.
On Halloween, do you say happy October 31st?
I do, but that's because I'm weird.
It's the holiday's Independence Day.
Independence Day, yes. Just like the Bill Pullman movie.
Right. That's a great movie too, by the way.
Is that the one with the aliens?
Yes. And James Cobb.
Will Smith?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And Adam Baldwin.
Was he in that?
Yes, he was.
Okay.
Uttered the immortal line, is that glass bulletproof? No, sir. in typical Jane fashion.
Yep.
And
Randy Quaid.
And Data.
Oh yeah, the doctor guy.
Dr. Oaken.
Oaken, yeah.
Yeah, it was, right. There were a fair number. What's his face? Harry Connick Jr.
Yep.
And Will Smith, Vivica Fox.
Great
wow,
movie.
Jay.
Yeah, I've watched it a few times.
I think I've seen it once.
I think I saw it like 5 or 6 times in the theater.
Wow, that's impressive.
Well, at the time we had connections. We had connections to get the movies.
Right. Yeah,
it's less impressive, But yeah, we saw it at the employee only preview the night before, and then several other times.
Jay's one of those fancy rich people with the going to the movies.
I'm one of the nerds. I know people. That's about it.
And I guess the next question is, will the movie survive?
This is an awkward.
My
bet, right.
No. I mean, some movie theaters will survive, but the vast majority of them will go out of business.
Those that can adapt successfully will, and it's going to be very Darwinian.
Yep.
I think people got used to seeing stuff right off the bat at home,
right?
And you've got to figure out a way to get people back in. And $20 ticket prices and $50 concession prices aren't going to do it,
right? Especially you can just order from Amazon for $8.
Oh
maybe?
No! Was it? I think it was Black Widow. I just saw they wanted $30. Like
30
guys, that's not going to work. You're not going to get people ordering it, and maybe that's part of the the plan is that now that it's back in theaters, they'll jack the price up, and if you really want to watch it at home, you can. But I'm like, I'll just wait for it to come out on demand for free because I'm cheap, and there ain't nothing I need to see that bad.
There is literally that's the thing. It's like, is it really anything that important to see right away? No. I mean, most movies suck now anyway, so you can wait.
They're just crappy remakes of mediocre movies.
Right.
This is the part on the Sqrpt report where we yell at you to get off our damn lawns.
Speaking of movies and all that, did you hear the woman that ruined Star Wars for Disney is out?
Too woke.
Yeah, the woke Star Wars.
So does that mean Gina Carano comes back?
It could be, yeah, because John.
I heard that they're trying to have her back anyway, right?
Well, they're talking about it.
Yeah.
The fans were not pleased, and they're going to ease Kathleen Kennedy. They're going to ease her out. They're going to ease her out. They're not going to say, "Oh, you're fired." They're just not going to like renew her contract and all that kind of stuff. And they're talking about the guy that did Mandalorian, Favreau, is going to be like ascendant. They're even talking about bringing George Lucas back. I'm not sure how great that is because he did bring us the Ewoks and the Star Wars Christmas special. So you know,
who brought Jar Jar Binks?
That was that Lucas? The prequels were Lucas, weren't they?
Yeah, they were Lucas. I'm not sure how much I'm not sure how much oversight he had at that point. He was pretty hands off. So anyway, I'm just saying that the rumors are that those horrible woke Star Wars movies are going to be like retconned out of existence. Especially since Favreau brought back Luke Skywalker at the end of
Mandalorian.
And if you haven't seen it, I just gave you a huge spoiler, so I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, by the same token, it's the season's been over for quite a few months.
If you haven't seen it already, you don't care. So
you're just lazy. So
exactly. Or don't care.
Even I've seen it and I'm lazy. But thank you for reminding me, Alan.
What?
I had a drink.
Oh, yeah.
I have a new it's not White Claw, Jay. What do you have?
I have Writer's Tears whiskey.
Ooh.
It's actually quite tasty. Usually the funny named brown liquors are often questionable. This is actually pretty good. I mean, they're really good.
I have a new, as Mike calls them, he calls them my drunk waters.
That's actually accurate.
The spiked seltzers.
Yeah.
I found a new brand.
Spiked seltzer? Is that what you
Spiked.
Fuck you, I'm drinking this seltzer.
Spiked seltzers.
Yeah. I went to Trader Joe's today for the first time in like 18 months because I refused to go because they were still making everybody stand in line to get in the building. Honey.
That's ridiculous.
There ain't nothing in Trader Joe's worth standing outside. Sorry, no. So my mom and I went to Trader Joe's today for the first time because they're just letting people in like normal. Yay. But because it was Cuyahoga County, lots of people were still masked and being dumb. But anyway, Wild Basin, made by Oscar Blues Brewery.
Very cool.
And they have lots of interesting new flavors.
I went into the local big box warehouse store midweek this week, and I thought I missed a memo because everyone had a mask on. Like I go.
Is it the Delta variant? Is that why?
I think it's just that more like old people go during the week, and they're like more like we don't know. So.
Yeah.
But it was just like, it's weird. Because on the weekend, it's like less than 50% are masked. And, they've dropped the requirement. And it's like, if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. Okay. So, it was just odd. And then, I walked in and I was like, did I miss a memo? Should I, pull my beard up? Look, I have a mask.
Bring a hair clip just for that reason. You can just clip it.
Just a barrette. I'll just clip my mustache hair down. There we go. Good.
Walk around like this.
Yeah.
But yeah. And Bill Cosby.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, I'm not a fan of what Bill Cosby is accused of doing is pretty reprehensible.
Yes.
However, what the prosecutor did was even worse.
Yep.
And for people that don't know what the fuck we're talking about,
I don't, because I don't care.
They let Bill Cosby out of jail after he'd been in there for like 2 years, I think. That
I knew, but why it was in Bill Cosby, I do not care.
Yeah. So what happened?
I don't care.
What happened was, but it's not about Bill Cosby. It's about prosecutors breaking the law.
Right.
Okay.
and what this guy did was the previous prosecutor had stated that they would not charge Cosby with anything.
Right. They were granting him immunity.
Well, they didn't
in order for his testimony.
Right. Well, they said they wouldn't charge him with anything and they wouldn't prosecute him so that he could testify in the civil trial and would be forced to testify. Because if you have the threat of state prosecution hanging over your head and you're in a civil trial, you can still take the fifth.
Right.
If that is not hanging over your head in a civil trial, you are not allowed to take the fifth. So, because the rules are different. So what they did was the prosecutor said that they weren't going to prosecute him. He went to trial. He said a lot of incriminating shit at the civil trial. And then 10 years later, a new prosecutor said, "Hey,
right,
we're going to indict that guy because of all this shit he said."
Right. Based on his testimony. And it finally got around to I forget which court it was, but the Pennsylvania, I think it was the Pennsylvania Supreme Court. Anyway, they said, "Oh hell no, that's not how any of this works."
Right? You can't. No, you can't tell somebody you're not going to prosecute him so that they will give evidence incriminating themselves,
right,
and then circle around later and prosecute them for what they said. Right. So
quote our illustrious press secretary.
So yeah. So he gets out on a technicality, and it's that old Blackstone's formulation, right? Better than 10 guilty men go free.
Right.
Then.
Well, he can hang out with OJ.
Sure.
Hang out with OJ.
And it's not
I heard the funniest tweet yesterday. Bill Cosby is so excited about being out of prison. He's making drinks for everybody.
Ooh, the Jello pudding.
Yeah.
Well, he's in his 80s. He's not going to last much longer anyway.
I don't care.
Yeah. Yep.
So I don't care that he was in prison. I don't care that he got out. Yeah. It's all bullshit. Well, it's all bullshit also because he's like this rich guy, right? If he was like some schmo on the street, he would be dying in prison.
Right.
But, he's Bill Cosby and he gets special attention, right?
Well, you could also argue that if he wasn't some rich guy, he would have never got sued by that woman in the first place.
Right. And
he just would be a regular rapist.
Exactly. Right.
Yes.
He'd just be some guy, and probably
a regular guy putting shit in women's drinks and
right.
Because they get away with it all the time.
Yeah. And again, I'd like to offer my thoughts on the punishment for that, but I think that would get us banned from every platform.
Every week that comes, our video comes out on YouTube, and Mike is like, "Are you getting banned again this week? Is this video going to last on YouTube?"
We never know.
Yeah,
apparently,
I got.
Oh no!
I got put in Facebook jail.
You did. That's right.
Oh my God, that's right.
Frida,
you got street cred, Brita.
I do. I totally do.
It's like going to jail. It's like you've been on the inside. What's it like?
It's frustrating.
Did they give you an orange jumpsuit to wear?
No.
Facebook jail across the
orange. Orange is the new black.
Yeah.
You can look at everything. You can read things.
Did you shank anybody?
I did not.
Oh, Brita, do I have to mail you a shiv?
Oh, because she got in trouble for saying she'd shanked the deer.
Oh my God.
Yeah, their algorithm.
It was a joke. Like lighten up, Facebook. Jeez.
Lighten up, Francis.
Now they're flagging everyone for being extremists.
So apparently the things that can get you deleted from YouTube now are still questioning the vaccine, complaining about the Chinese treatment of the Uyghurs or the Uyghurs or whatever they are.
Yeah.
That'll get you banned. What else?
Really?
Apparently shanking deer.
Shanking deer. Yes. That's just Facebook, not necessarily YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm going to take up bow hunting just because.
Telling you, man.
I have a crossbow. I can use that.
Yeah. Silent but deadly.
So my Facebook jail is 24 hours. But
You
it
can do better
came.
than that.
Maybe next time it'll
Those
be
are rookie
longer.
numbers. We got to pump up those
Yeah.
numbers.
The thing that I worry about is, and this is what is going to cause me to mind my manners on Facebook, is because I'm an administrator on the Sqrpt Facebook page group, the group.
Right.
If I keep screwing up, they could, pull down the page.
That's why we had the locals.
Yeah, but nobody uses locals, Alan.
They would if we didn't have the Facebook.
I don't think they would.
I'm surprised.
Are we going over
No.
to Discord next?
We have
No.
a Telegram.
Big thing,
We have
or-
a Telegram
Or
too.
Parler?
I don't think
or
so.
What's the latest?
Gab.
How many
Gab.
people do we have on locals now? After months of haranguing people
It's like
to join locals.
78.
Yeah,
We're
okay.
still not at 100, you goobers.
Yeah, but 78.
That's right. Breeda's not going to drink her little spite drinks in front of you if you keep this up.
What flavor is this? Blueberry mango.
Ooh, that
That's a
sounds
weird
good.
combo.
I can
Like
see it.
something else.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm just happy that the NFL came out and admitted something I've known since the 70s,
Oh God.
that football is gay.
Well, not anymore. It's July 1st. Pride Month is done. All those companies go back to not giving a shit.
Flags are
about it.
gone.
Yep.
Right. However, since June is over and it's July now, happy Pride Month.
Oh, that's right. It's Disabled Pride Month.
Oh.
Disability Pride Month. I actually, oh man, okay. I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, we've got Black History Month. We've got Women's History Month in March. We've got Pride Month in June. And so I'm thinking in my head, like, what other...
Breast cancer is October.
Yeah. Right. What other marginalized group is there? Oh, the disabled. And so I was like, I wonder, is there a disability pride thing? So I Googled, right?
What's the flag?
It's an ugly ass flag.
Oh God.
It is so stupid.
Do
It
I-
is the dumbest.
Hey, do I
Just-
count because I'm missing a sense?
You might.
Because I have no sense of smell?
You
Does that count?
might. Do you feel that it's a disability, Jay?
I could die in a gas explosion because I'd never know.
True.
It would be a disability for me because, well, have you always not had a sense of smell?
Yes.
Then you don't know what you're missing.
True. I love it when people tell me, oh, you can't taste food then. I'm like, would I have spent the first 30-something years of my life obese if I couldn't taste food?
Yeah, that's funny.
If
It's just
rice
different.
cakes
You're-
if
you're-
rice cakes and celery tasted just like chocolate,
Well, it's like when you have a stuffed up nose. You can't smell anything, but you can still taste food.
I bet Jay's brain wiring is different for food.
I guarantee
Well, I mean,
that.
yeah, but like, taste receptors and that whole thing is probably like wired a little bit different because the
How
brain,
do you know
like,
what you taste is the same as what I taste? Oh, I don't know. How do you know that what you taste is the same as anybody? People don't like the same things.
Right.
Right.
You know, we
My
all
mom-
taste things different.
my mom has a disability where she feels that cilantro tastes like soap. Luckily, I did not get that gene. Thank God.
That's
But
good.
yeah, so different
I'm a little
things
concerned
taste.
so many people know what soap tastes like. That means y'all were profane motherfuckers.
Yeah. So, but happy Disability Month, everybody, to the group that routinely is so marginalized that we're not even allowed to be born.
They're trying to selectively breed you out of existence.
Yeah. So happy
That's-
being allowed to be born month, disabled people.
Oh, that reminds me. I wanted
I mean-
to issue a correction for something I said last episode.
Oh,
And
are you like a liberal journalist now?
no, but it was
They don't ever
it was
admit they're wrong, Brita.
it was directly due to my brain dysfunction.
Alan's dyslexia.
Yeah,
We're all disabled here. It's great.
I
Dyslexics
switched things.
untie.
In fact, I spend like 80% of my brain power trying to figure out left from right. So it's it's tough, man. But anyway, when we were talking about nuclear bombs and
Nuclear.
Nuclear.
how they expired,
Nuclear.
and I mentioned that the helium has to be reprocessed, and but what happens is it's the
Helium bomb would actually be
it's
kind of funny.
the,
We don't talk like this.
yeah, the tritium decays into helium, and that's what they have
It
to. So I,
decays into hydrogen, Alan.
s-
Hydrogen.
no, it
Thanks for
decays
clearing that up. I
It
just
decays
was-
into helium.
It's not going to go from hydrogen to helium. That's not
It
how it
does.
works.
It's because it's
that's
tritium.
not how it works.
It is how it works.
Tritium is
Jay has a
3H.
Jay
I have a
has a
degree in
science.
chemistry.
Well, when you
I guarantee you that tritium does not turn into helium. I'm willing to bet money, and I don't bet money.
do the bet.
Sorry, Alan. This is like something
I
know shit
will-
about.
I will read.
Oh man. Do you want me to look it up? Sometimes I get these calls
Well-
from people at
well-
bars at the library.
While
So-
tritium has several different experimentally determined values of its half-life, the National Institutes of Standard and Technology lists 4,500 plus or minus 8 days. It decays into helium-3 by beta decay in this nuclear equation, blah, 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 and releases 18.6 kilovolts of energy in the process. So,
I'm pretty sure that's a typo.
no.
Because
It
it's not going to
decays
go
into
from high.
helium-3.
It's not going to change from one element to another.
All right, you guys can arm
decays.
wrestle it out.
It decays because tritium is not, it has extra parts in the nucleus.
It's extra parts.
Extra
Yes.
parts.
So
Oh.
anyway, I'm just telling you. And that's the problem with hydrogen bombs is the tritium decays into helium, and once you lose enough of the
And then everybody
Tritium.
talks funny.
then you no longer have an H bomb, you have a fizzle. So anyway,
Are you
Bring
guys
us back
satisfied
in.
now? I'm not
Right.
Googling anything.
okay.
Yeah, I'll let Alan be wrong. I'm fine.
Okay. I'm going to trust our science guy. No,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. Go
Alan's Bill Nye, and I'm Dolph Lundgren.
go read up on your tritium decay.
Uh-huh.
I've worked
Okay.
with tritium, Alan, extensively. It has actually.
Alan read something on
it
the
has
internet,
a 12-year
Jay.
half-life. It is what night sights are made out of.
I know.
Your night sights don't turn.
Oh
into
my
helium.
God. Okay. I hear everybody turning off their podcast.
Yes, everyone's like, "Oh dear God, it's devolved into
It's a
sites."
nerd argument. Ah,
It's
run away.
nerd fight. Okay,
Yeah.
so anyway, how about them sports bears?
Speaking of bears.
So
Wait. Speaking of bears.
that's right. You had bears.
We had a bear.
You had a bear?
We had a black bear in Willoughby. It was like, oh my. Facebook
Was he-
exploded with
was-
reports of the bear, but it was literally like in my neighborhood.
Was it going after the picnic basket?
No, it was going around to everybody's bird feeder.
What is it
Everybody's
with
bird-
the bird feeders?
Everybody loves bird seed, I guess. I don't know. The deer and the bear.
So weird.
Apparently, it's animal crack.
I
It's
guess.
like they're putting it in their little Hunter Biden crack pipes and just smoking the shit out of the bird seed. Whoa.
Yeah. So everybody was tracking the bear through Willoughby, and bears at one point were like a common thing in Ohio, like not a big deal. And there are known bears to live in parts of Ohio, and people are not surprised by their presence. But when a
Right.
bear shows up in suburban Willoughby, Ohio, oh my
Oh, yeah.
God.
Yep.
People are
We've had
not
we've
letting
had
their
a few.
kids go outside. People are not, whatever.
We've had a few down here. People are like, "Oh, what do we do?" And I'm like,
Ignore
if
the
only
bear?
I had something that I could use to deal with this problem.
No, just ignore the bear. Don't mess with the bear. The bear just wants to keep moving on, and that's what's happened. The bear is
I'll get my
Did it move
official,
on?
my
he
official
has
breed of
moved
Red
his
Rider
little
BB gun.
brown fuzzy butt on. So
Yeah, it's a good thing you had your BB gun.
That's right.
I would
Red
not
Ryder.
shoot the bear with a BB gun.
If you did, I bet it run away.
You think?
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
He's not going to
he was
come after
actually
you.
kind of cute.
He knows better than to come after Brita.
So
He's like,
you'd
I'm going to wind
let,
up a rug if I do that.
you'd let a bear eat out of your bird feeder, but you chase the deer away. Well, I guess that makes sense because the bear's not going to eat your vegetable garden.
Right. At least I don't think so. Do they?
No. They might eat your like
Like
squash
picnic,
and stuff.
like a picnic basket. But yo, but woo. Hey.
Yeah, I don't know.
They eat like bugs and stuff.
They're omnivores. They eat everything.
Yeah.
Everything. And that's why they don't taste all that good. Very greasy. It's an acquired taste.
That's interesting because pigs are omnivores and pigs are delicious.
It's because they're not wild pigs as a general rule. Although
Wild pigs are pretty good.
I've had wild boar. It's quite tasty. It makes very good pulled pork.
Yeah.
Like better than store-bought pork. Like a pork shoulder.
Meat Eater, they got a bear, and it was the one time the guy on Meat Eater, Steven Ranella, he got trichinosis.
Ooh. Well, that's just
Ooh.
because you didn't cook it long enough.
He didn't cook it long enough.
That's,
So
that's a
Yeah.
preparation error, not a meat error.
yeah,
It's interesting that he got that though. I didn't know bears carry trichinosis.
apparently.
Sounds like it's common with omnivores.
Yeah.
Could be. Wonder if people get it.
Well, they do if they eat improperly prepared pork, or apparently now bear products.
Have to go ask the cannibals.
Bear burgers. I don't think it would stick together.
I could
well
make
enough.
a really bad joke right now, but I'm going to avoid that.
Let's not. Good for you. Good for that moment of hesitation there, Alan.
Alan,
Good for you. You've grown.
Alan is
That's
stepping on
good.
the verbal clutch.
Yep,
Amazing.
that's right.
So what else do we have happen this week? What other news of note?
Stuff.
Well,
Stuff.
now I wanted to go back to the NFL thing real quick because after the NFL came out and said football is gay, the paper of record,
Which-
Babylon B,
oh, boy.
says, clarification: the entire NFL isn't gay, just the Dallas Cowboys.
The Dallas Cowboys. That's a sports thing.
Which made me laugh even harder than
So now what is it? The Oilers went to Tennessee and became the Titans, and the Texans or something or other.
I don't know who's who anymore.
Sports ball. That's like the one area where I'm just not a man, apparently, because I could not care. I literally could not care less.
I don't follow the footballs.
You're a grown man making millions of dollars to play a child sport. Congratulations, you've won. You win.
Yep.
And people care. People give a rat's ass what you think and do.
That's what's funny is the amount of money. I mean, people get to spend
Any
whatever
entertainment, though, isn't it?
But
it's about the draw. It's about the box office. I don't begrudge them.
I don't either, except when they use taxpayer money to build their fucking stadiums.
Well,
but there is a benefit to having a stadium in a certain area. I'm with you. They shouldn't give them taxpayer money, but I understand why they do. What pisses me off is professional athletes are curiously absent in the eat the rich and wealthiest 1% ramblings.
Right.
Everyone gets all like, I can't believe the CEO of insert company here makes $2 million a year. Yet, random baseball player signs a $5,000 million contract. I just pulled a Joe Biden there. 5,000 million billions. A 38-year, $640 billion contract. And everyone's like, oh, good, he'll be here for next season. How do you justify that? How do you justify paying a grown man?
Yeah.
I don't care how good they are. I don't care if they fucking shit ice cream. Nobody's worth 300. You want to talk about nobody's worth. Nobody should make. Nobody should get. Professional athletes are at the top of that fucking list. And so right underneath, literally right underneath, are fucking actors. I pretend to be shit and I make millions of dollars at it. But yet, nobody cares. Songwriters? What's the biggest thing about musicians? Oh, don't pirate their music. That's taking their money away. Oh no, Metallica's not going to buy another fucking mansion. John Lennon sings Imagine no possessions while he's got 2 fucking Rolls Royces.
Yeah.
And stays
My
in 5-star.
my favorite thing with John Lennon was when they were having that like bed in or the whatever it was in the hotel. They were in this what was it like
hotel.
5-star hotel, and they're having this like hippy dippy lie-in in the bed, and there's pictures of them standing there waiting for the maid to change the bed linens.
Yeah, they're drinking champagne, eating caviar, staying in a 5-star hotel for months at a time.
Yeah.
Going, imagine no possessions.
Oh
Fuck you.
It's like you were saying, like nobody complains about, the athletes making so much money, but Beyonce and Jay-Z just bought the world's most expensive car.
Was that the Bugatti Chiron?
What's
$28 million for one car?
What car was it?
You knew we were going to ask, Brita.
Oh
okay.
I
mean, this should not surprise you.
Detail that.
Tell me it's a Toyota RAV4.
It's a Rolls Royce, I think. Although now they're saying Jay-Z may have purchased.
May have. They don't know. We don't know. He wrecked it.
I think he's going
to do the South
I don't know.
Carolina
Whatever
squat.
it was.
Yeah.
20 million pounds. Rolls Royce bespoke for Beyonce and Jay-Z. So $28 million.
That's quite a bit.
It's
and
nice looking, I suppose. I mean, if you're into that.
I don't care, but I do not like the hypocrisy of the CEO of whether it's a pharmaceutical company, whether it's, I don't care who it is. It's, Jack Welch made so much money, he's head of GE.
A car that expensive, it sounds like a tax dodge.
You think?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Because they didn't buy it for their personally, they bought it for like their company or something, and they're going to write it off or something like that.
Whatever.
That's nobody buys a car that expensive on their own dime.
When they buy a banana taped to a piece of wall, then you'll know.
Right.
Yeah. It just
it's like those people it's like those rich billionaires that buy the yacht. They buy the giant yacht, but they're not buying it for it's not their personal possession.
It's
right?
like for their foundation.
It's a corporate asset, so they write it all off.
Or if you're John Kerry, you anchor it out of state,
right?
So you pay less taxes.
Still, I guarantee you, John Kerry, that yacht is not in his personal name.
Yeah.
It's in
the Heinz Foundation. I guarantee it.
Yeah, it's in some company or LLC or something like that. Nobody with that much money buys something personally anymore. They just don't. There's no point. Why would you? Spend them. Take advantage.
Because you're Beyonce. I don't know.
I don't know.
Billions and billions.
There's so many other things I'd want for $28 million, but that's just me.
$28 million.
If you have that much money, like
so many RAV4s.
It would.
You could be like, what's her name? Oprah. You get a RAV4, and you get a RAV4, and you get a RAV4.
Every color they've ever made. They just have a different one for every day of the month.
I took a picture today of my odometer because it hit 60,000 exactly. I came out of Trader Joe's and I got into my car and I was like, oh, look, all those round numbers.
I still haven't hit 60,000. My car's a year older.
It's
like that. Yeah. I just hit 57.5.
Well, you hardly drive it.
I don't. I got the oil changed in December.
Oh,
was due last month.
Oh, dear.
I'm still 2,000 miles away from needing the oil changed.
Yeah, that's
your RAV4 is lonely. You should try it.
It gets driven at least 3 or 4 times a week.
That's like
it's just I take it to work once or twice a week, and then the other trips are like, to the store, which is 2 miles away.
Yeah.
It's like my Jeep. I changed the oil back in December, and I changed it again in June because it'd been 6 months.
Yeah.
But it had like 2,000 miles on it in that time. So
I wait until the little maintenance light flashes and gets angry at me. It flashes like right when you start it up, it'll flash a bit and then turn off. And if you go too long, it'll flash and then it'll stay on.
oh, is that like your oil change reminder light or
change the
something?
goddamn oil, motherfucker? Yeah, you're like, okay, all right, god damn it, leave me alone.
Okay.
I'm like, it's only been 4,000 miles. Not even. We're at like 3.5 in 6 months. I'm doing about 7,000 miles a year.
Does it tell you what it is, or is it just like a generic maintenance thing? Like,
No, it's a generic. It's just the maintenance. Blink, blink,
Figured
blink,
out.
blink, blink. Yeah, so you should know.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I just go by, whatever they recommend. It's do it. Just do it. It's, I don't change my own oil.
No.
It's
Alan does.
to save $20 once a year.
I changed the oil on my Jeep just because it sits so far off the ground. I could basically walk underneath it.
Just run with it.
It's so easy to change the oil on the Jeep. I wouldn't, why wouldn't I? But like my truck, I take it to a place and get it changed. But the truck it's got that funky engine thing, and it actually cleans the oil itself. So like,
it's taking the jobs Americans
it cleans the oil. So like if you use like,
I just picture a little tiny vacuum cleaner in the oil pan.
Well, it's a thing that it somehow it cleans the oil. It's not the filter; it's another part, and it vaporizes impurities in the oil or something like that. But
now I'm picturing little lasers.
But like synthetic oil will last 10,000 miles.
Yeah,
in that engine.
That's what I do in my Toyota.
Wow.
It's like every 5,000 miles. It's every other one is an actual oil change, and the one in between are like cabin filters and just the stupid shit that you really don't need. Which is like, I'm like I'm good. I'm good. The car's paid off. It's been paid off for a year now, and coming up on
Toyota, so it'll last forever anyway.
Yeah, I figure I've got about triple the mileage to go, so I've got another 18 years if I want.
It's funny. One of the reasons
Rita's brain is leaving her body because we're boring her to death.
I know. One of the reasons I decided to buy a new truck was because the one I have now is 6 years old and has almost 70,000 miles on it.
Oh no!
Throw it away. That's it. It's done.
No, but for an American car, that's when shit starts going wrong. If it was a Toyota, I'd maybe start worrying about it at 300,000 miles, maybe. So,
okay, we need something other than cars. Britta's surfing her phone. She's like, nuts to you losers. I'm done with this conversation. So what else happened this week?
Nothing.
Well, China had its 100th birthday.
Yes,
China's only
100 years of murdering people.
The communist China thing. 100 years.
I don't think so.
No?
No, I don't think so.
That's what they're saying. I mean, ABC News is showing all the video. Can I finish my sentence? ABC News is showing videos of the glorious celebrations that they're having in Beijing for 100 years of communist rule in China.
God, 1921. It's like 100 years ago. You think it's like, sometime in the 1800s.
Alan knows better than anybody about everything.
No, I don't. But I do know the communists weren't in charge of China in 1921.
Okay.
They weren't.
Okay. So why are they saying that they were?
Because they're commies and they lie. There may have been a communist party in China in 1900.
There you go.
Communist
party.
They weren't in charge. They weren't in charge of anything till well after World War I.
That's not what they're celebrating.
1921 would be after World War I, Alan.
No, I meant World War II. Sorry.
I'm pretty sure they're just celebrating the Communist Party in China. Yay.
That might be it.
Well, that could be.
Regardless, they're having a celebration.
Yes, they are. And the U.S. News is like, yay, look at how awesome China's celebration is.
Yeah, because they're all commies too.
Are they murdering dissidents in honor of it? Yay!
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, they got the Uyghurs, right?
Yeah. Isn't that going to get us kicked off of YouTube again?
Maybe.
Maybe.
But they are.
But it's okay. LeBron James will come out in support of China.
Right.
Oh my
Nike,
God, that guy.
Because again,
Nike.
Disney.
Nike just said this week we are of China and for China.
Yeah.
So if you're wearing Nike anything, like you might want to rethink your life.
Yep. You might.
I mean,
be a
it's all
commie.
it's all made in sweatshops in China. So
Slave labor, not just
Yeah.
sweatshops, but literal, actual slave labor.
well, they've got a lot of people.
And do you know what else they get from slave labor? The batteries that power your electric car, you motherfuckers.
That's right.
They all come from strip mines in China run by child slaves. Congratulations, you smug liberals. That's your fucking Nissan Leaf.
Yep.
It's powered by
Tesla.
metals
Right.
ripped from Mother Earth by children at the point of a gun. Congratulations, you are so superior to Alan in his V8 pickup truck.
That's right.
And we're all going to have electric cars are going to be mandatory by 2035.
But you won't be able to charge them.
Yeah. We're only going to be able to charge them on every third Monday for 20 minutes.
New York was telling people not to run their air conditioners.
It's going to be like rationing in the war.
Why do
they
conservatives hate electric vehicles? Oh, I don't know. Probably because I like things like electric lights.
Yeah.
Well, it was somebody pointed out that they're telling people to turn off their air conditioners and suffer in the heat, yet Times Square was still lit up.
Yeah. It was funny. Funny optics for that news segment.
I'll bet Al Gore's house still is visible from space.
Of course. You don't expect him to suffer. Good Lord. He's got some beachfront property to buy.
In a 100-foot-long houseboat.
Yeah. Because why not?
Because, apparently it's profitable selling indulgences. They get real pissy when you mention that. It's an indulgence.
Yeah,
I can do this because I have carbon credits.
I bought the carbon credits.
I kissed the ring of the carbon footprint Pope, and I have my indulgence, so I'm good.
Well, it is their religion, right?
Yeah.
It certainly isn't based in fact. That's for damn sure. I wonder if we can get kicked off for questioning global warming, because that's coming.
Oh, of course. This next thing.
There's going to be a crackdown because, there's going to be another lockdown on global warming because they proved they can do it.
Yeah.
They proved they can. You're just going to have, random liberal governors going,
That's one thing they were so excited about this lockdown. Oh, look, everybody, look at all the gasoline nobody's using. Ooh, so exciting. Right. We can do this forever.
It's good for the environment.
They had an insurrection this week, though. The Green New Deal people had an insurrection at the White House.
Oh, goodness.
They did.
Did they?
You didn't see the news? Why is that?
Yeah.
Mystery.
Go figure.
They
I didn't see anything about it.
They charged some 70-year-old grandmother.
Oh, I know.
Because some cop held the door open for her, so she walked in.
Yeah,
and the picture they show is the cop holding the door open for this woman. Oh,
right.
God.
Yes, they were obviously in fear for their lives.
Yes, terrible.
AOC was in grave mortal danger. Steve Scalise took a fucking bullet from a deranged leftist.
Right.
Yeah.
And he whined less than AOC, who had to go to a different room.
She hid in a closet.
Yeah. If she hid in a closet, I will eat my fucking hat.
That's funny. I'm Googling Green New Deal.
The Green New Deal insurrection. I bet you don't find anything.
Yeah.
It's been purged.
Green New Deal protests. Let's see.
It's funny that you mentioned purge, Alan.
Oh, at least 150 were arrested, though, at this protest.
Yeah,
no, this was 2018. Wait.
Yeah.
They all got released.
It's not on Google.
It's only an insurrection if it was conservatives.
if it comes from the insurrection region of France. Otherwise, it's only a sparkling uprising.
Let's do this in real time.
Oh God, Jay, that's good.
Sorry,
I
I
like
can't help it. I just
That was perfect.
Every time
it's like you have a brain for making dad jokes.
well, I gotta pull back.
Oh no!
I tell dad jokes.
Oh!
You actually have a T-shirt.
I do. I have a dad joke T-shirt.
And it's also kind of a science thing because of the periodic.
It's the periodic table.
Oh my
That's
gosh, that's
It's
awesome.
actually courtesy of my wonderful sister.
Ugh.
Who got it? Who I saw this
Oh my
weekend for the
God.
first time in a year. And
I
my
had
niece,
to go to DuckDuckGo for a result.
Okay.
AOC joins climate protesters with Biden, you coward, fight for us signs outside White House. There was quite a group of people there outside the White House having themselves a protesty thing. You know, AOC joined them.
Are the fences still outside the White House?
I don't think so. I think they've, don't quote me, but I heard that they were taking the fences down at the Capitol, so I don't know.
Have they finally sent the National Guard troops home? Is 6 months long enough for the terrible threat of what? I mean, we've already been told that white nationalism is the greatest threat to the entire fucking planet.
White House shut down as protesters chain themselves across entrances.
Oh, I did hear a little something about that.
Yeah.
That Vietnamese guy had something to say about.
The Arizona state senator. That was
beautiful.
Who was that?
That was absolutely beautiful. I will butcher his name.
I think I have a link here somewhere.
But yeah, we're basically one of the Arizona state Dems was mocking the talk of communism. The communism's a greater danger than white supremacy, white nationalism. And this guy was like, yeah, actually about that. White nationalists didn't murder most of my family. Communists did. White nationalists didn't. And he just goes on and just tears the guy a new one. And it's just a thing of beauty. And he can't say anything because if he does, it's Asian hate.
You're right.
Oh, doesn't it suck? And it's funny because anybody that's come from one of the shithole communist countries or socialist countries like Venezuela or Vietnam or any of those places is just like, fuck you, communism's not a problem.
Right.
Try living there. Try actually experiencing what it is like when the government controls every fucking aspect of your life. It is horrible. It is a nightmare. It is the kind of thing that people will escape the country in a fucking 1985 Buick strapped to an oil drum.
Yep.
And float across the goddamn Gulf of Mexico to get the fuck away from it.
And
we are this horrible racist country with a horrible racist past with slavery and oh my God, all this horrible stuff. And yet we can't fucking keep people out of here. Which is it?
Yeah.
Which is it? Are we horrible? Are we responsible for all the ills in the world and racism and slavery and blah, 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 blah? Why did it take 6 fucking months to get Kamala Heels Up Harris to the border? If it wasn't a problem, if we didn't have thousands upon thousands of people trying to get into the country illegally, why wouldn't she go down and be like, well, there's nothing to see here. We took away the cages. There's no more kids in cages. Everything's wonderful here. Or 6 months later, it's still fucked up because you got the senile groper in chief.
Yep.
Saying, just bring your kids. You can come in as long as I can sniff them and tell a 5-year-old how pretty she is and how grown up she looks.
That's creepy. The representative's name was Nguyen.
Nguyen, yes.
Nguyen. Like all Vietnamese people, apparently.
It's like the Smith in Vietnam.
Yeah,
it's like Park or Kim in Korea.
Yeah. They're all
it's interesting, isn't it? That like every nationality, every language has that one surname, whether it's Smith or
what is it for Italian?
Park. That's a great question. I was afraid you were going to ask that because
I can't
honestly
think of
don't
one
know.
for Italian.
It's
what is it for Irish?
Kelly.
Kelly. Oh yeah, Kelly.
You know, Kelly. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Mike and I we both have a grandmother named Margaret Kelly.
Oh wow.
Same
Not
one.
related. No,
Okay,
no,
I
no.
was going to say, oh boy.
But I mean,
I bet you
yeah.
there's lots of Saint first names in
oh, yes. If you don't have like a cousin named like Mary Margaret or Mary Kathleen or
Mary Catherine. Yeah.
Mary whatever,
Yeah.
you're not Irish.
Patrick. There's got to be a Patrick.
Yeah.
lots of Patricks.
Yeah. Mike is Michael Patrick.
Well, there you go. A double Saint
So,
name.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm like, I mean, I guess like German would be like Schmidt.
Yeah,
You're like, what's
probably.
the Italian version of Smith? I'm like,
That's a good one.
I know Joe is
To the
Giuseppe.
internet.
To
Hold
the
on.
internet. Most common Italian surname.
That's a good question. I don't
Garibaldi.
What's the most common French surname?
Maybe it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, because I mean, like British, I guess.
Most
would probably
common
be-
Italian surnames.
As soon as you say it, I'm like, ah.
Can you even pronounce it?
No.
There you go. Like Del Vecchio or something weird like that. You know, Stelvio. All I'm doing is naming Alfa Romeo cars at this point.
I don't think
Giulia.
Ferrari.
it works that way for some reason in Italian.
There aren't any common
Well, I
names.
think
Hang on.
it's because you've got Italy's like a zillion little
Top
independent
200 most
states.
common Italian last names in U.S. Okay.
I guarantee you Grazio's not on that.
Number 1. Oh, yeah, you're going to kick yourself.
Oh, God.
Russo.
Okay, yeah, yep.
Yeah.
As in the Karate Kid.
Mhm.
That was the last name, Daniel Russo.
Yep. Number 2, Marino.
Oh, yep, Dan Marino.
Yeah, so I don't see you on the list here, Jay.
No,
I think-
you won't. Graziano might be up there.
It's interesting that you had to go to the U.S. to get the common name, because I think Jay's point was great, because Italy is not a cohesive place.
No, it really isn't.
It's very tribal.
It's like a zillion little tiny fiefdoms. You know,
Yeah.
it's still, you've got Rome and literally everything else. And like northern Italy is about as different from southern Italy as two places can be.
And then you got
the
Sicily.
top Italian last name in Italy is Rossi. Number 2 is Russo. So
Okay, all right.
yeah, and then number 3 is Ferrari.
Hey,
Old man Enzo.
Ferrari. Yeah, he was prolific.
Prolific.
Oops.
Whoop.
All right.
Somebody's alarm just went off.
That means it's time to
Cat
end the show.
cat dinner.
Cat dinner.
And
Is
Hazel's
show and tell time?
outside.
Show and tell. Hey,
I don't have a cat. I can't run the cat cam. Oh well.
Jay, do you have a
Hazel?
show and tell?
of course I have a show and tell. I have. In fact, it's funny that we closed on the Italian things because I have a very Italian show and tell.
Cool.
Stiletto. Oh, it is. Ha ha!
Wow.
And
Cool.
it's from Gunsight.
It makes
Oh,
a good sound
nice.
too.
Yes, I'm a big fan.
Chink.
Nice.
It's double edged because
Yeah.
you know why wouldn't it?
Why
Be?
not? Yeah.
But yeah, it's. I spent I've got several out the front automatics, and most of the vast majority are of the cheap gas station variety. I mean, this is like a Microtech knockoff. But it's much more solid. I just love the sound.
If you try to eject it into something like
it's got
fails. Yeah.
Because that way
That seems like I kind of want it to go. I want to be able to like stick it in somebody's gut and push the thing and have it just stab into them.
Well, I think the gut might. Unless it hit bone.
Yeah.
Now we're getting a little graphic.
You should try it against different density of fabric.
Do it like into like a
not your hand.
Do it into like a side of beef or something.
Right.
See what happens.
Yes,
like-
I happen to have a side of beef kicking around.
Well, next time you cook a roast.
Ballistic gelatin would be interesting.
I bet it
Oh,
would
I
go
bet
into ballistic
I bet it'd go
gelatin
right
easy.
into gelatin.
Well,
I'm like, do
well,
I
isn't it
have-
supposed to be like the soft tissue of a person?
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
Sort of.
Now I've got to get a gel block. I'm pretty sure we've got them.
Yeah.
So yes, I have.
Report back.
You'll have one eventually.
And it has a yes, and it has a little glass breaker on the end. So if you're trapped in your
yeah.
car, you can smack your way out. So that's my show
Awesome.
and tell.
Cool.
My very Italian switchblade. I still kick myself for not buying the $20 switchblade in Cozumel, Mexico.
Oh,
Down
Why?
there on a cruise.
a cheap switchblade.
But it's just
Why?
having a cheap switchblade
Because cheap switchblades are cool.
From Mexico.
from Mexico. It's like a story. It's like I got this when I was in Mexico. Smuggled it back.
Yeah. Better than a social disease.
But yes.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think my favorite story from that was looking at the chess set. Very, very nice onyx and fake marble chess set. And all of a sudden the proprietor like jumps back and my buddy's like, "Oh, El Cucaracha," and the guy's like, no, it's la cucaracha, es a scorpion. And we're like, "Oh shit!"
Whoa.
And yeah, the giant ass scorpion just walked across the chess set.
Wow.
we went
interesting.
we went to Mexico for our honeymoon.
Oh,
and,
very
You
cool.
know, Cancun, it was like one of those all-inclusive deals, but part of the thing is you walk around and you go to the markets and you haggle. Mike will not haggle.
Really?
No. He won't do
Does
it.
he just walk in and be like, "I'm buying that for $5"? And like, yes,
No,
sir.
he won't do it. And if I start to do it, he walks away.
But they want you to haggle.
Yeah,
I know.
It's like part of the game.
Yeah.
It's part of the show.
Yeah, I know, but
They expect you to,
no. It was up to me.
Yeah,
Wow.
they had like actual they look like your stereotypical Italian switchblade with the black handle and the
Did you hear
chrome.
the train?
Yes,
Yeah, I heard it.
yes, we get a train too.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, switchblade combs were popular.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because you couldn't have a switchblade knife, that was illegal, but you could have a switchblade comb.
I'm
and
gonna
they
have to
pop it out.
find.
You
They-
need one for your beard, Jay.
They do like swat, and then they'd be like, "Oh, comb
Jay
my
needs
hair."
one for
Didn't
his
ask for a
beard.
dime. I want my $2. And yes, from Better Off Dead.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
I had really.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's a
I
great
had-
movie.
I had the car is not a toy, Lane Meyer. I had one of those switchblade combs because I am me. I pulled the comb part out and put an actual blade in it
Jay.
Aw.
because that's how I am.
You need one now for your beard. For real.
I have a balisong comb.
Ooh,
That'll be my show and tell next week.
Okay.
fancy.
It's very cool. It's very cool. It's
That's funny.
what the hell is it? It's something beard. It was one of our lifestyle items in the magazine.
Nice.
But I just, we came across it and I was like, "Oh, I've got to have this.
I'm keeping this.
Like, we've got to feature this. This is awesome."
That's funny.
So,
Do you have a show and tell, Brita?
I don't.
Yeah. I don't
Alan?
I mean, I have like a whole cabinet
Man.
of stuff over there,
Oh.
but I'm just too lazy to go get it.
You should do your cabinet phone thing. Do your cabinet cam on your phone.
I'll do next week.
Oh,
Quick to the cabinet phone.
I'll figure it out
Cabinet
next
cam.
week.
okay. Well, I guess we're done then.
Yeah.
And we're
Everybody have a great Friday.
right at 59 minutes and some odd number of seconds. So
Please join us next week with the same number of fingers you have this week.
Yes. Don't do anything dumb with
4th of July
fireworks.
is not an opportunity to blow off body parts.
and
Unless they're not yours.
and don't be going out setting them off in your neighborhood after midnight.
Yeah,
too.
don't be that
God,
asshole.
Don't be a dick.
Seriously.
Don't be at 2
Don't be
o'clock
that.
in the fucking morning. Boom, boom, boom.
Because my cats hate you.
Yeah. No, and I hate you because
like-
I
I
like
like-
to sleep.
Yeah.
Well, especially like 2 o'clock in the morning, you hear boom, boom, boom. I'm like, I'm grabbing the gun out of the safe. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Oh, shit.
Or if you're in Houston, it's actual gunfire.
And don't gun clap. You're a fucking asshole if you gun clap.
What's gun? Oh,
firing guns in the air.
yeah.
You're going to do that. Use blanks or a shot, or the Joe Biden shotgun. Just fire 2 blasts in the air.
It is a good time to go out and test your weapon functionality outside. If you were of a
That's
mind
right.
to just shoot into the dirt, not the air.
Yes, down, not up. Down, not up. And then watch your gas line.
Right.
Oh,
Well, hopefully it won't
yeah.
penetrate that far, but
This
you
must be
never
an
know.
earth-shattering kaboom.
The lightning bugs are out.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
It's time to go.
Lightning
right.
bugs. What's the fireflies? What do they
Yeah.
do? That's another one of those things that everyone
What do you
calls
call them,
something
Jay?
different.
Fireflies?
I've always called them fireflies.
Oh, you call them lightning bugs.
I always
I don't
call
know.
them lightning bugs.
Huh. Interesting.
All I can think of is Calvin and Hobbes, where Calvin's like, I don't even know what muscle to flex. And Hobbes is looking at him. He's like, your butt hasn't lit, if that's what you're wondering.
Yeah. What muscle? Oh
I don't
boy.
even know what muscle to flex. All right.
Okay. And
Okay.
On that note, folks,
we'll be back next
we'll
week.
be back with
Okay.
more nerd content next week.
Good night.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.